thank you for all of you for coming out. It's important, not only this restoration, but also recognizing Jersey City's terrific history. This has been a long project, started some 11 years ago, and there's been a lot of different people that have participated in this restoration, and we proudly completed it. You know, this really speaks to a lot of the special things that we pride ourselves on here in Jersey City.
It's called the Apple Tree House because there was an apple orchard on this property, and during the Revolutionary War, when the Marquis de Lafayette came here to America, he came here to help America fight to get its freedom. And at that time, the English army had occupied Manhattan, the colonials had been chased out, and Washington and the Marquis de Lafayette gathered on this family's property to discuss war strategy. And it was in the middle of the hot summer sun, so they gathered under the apple tree to plan. When the Marquis de Lafayette returned to America in 1824, he was presented with a walking stick made from the apple wood from one of the trees that was in the orchard. And that's how we came to know this house as the Apple Tree House.
The first floor on this side is the oldest part, 1740s. Everything behind me, to the full height of the 2.5 stories behind me, is the second phase of construction, 1840s. And the second floor on this side and the rear is the third period of construction, 1870s. Again, because this house had been so well preserved for so many years, we were able to go through the house and really fully understand its history.
This house has been occupied over 200 years by the Van Wagenen family. Our great-grandfather was Hartman Van Wagenen. Our mother always told us stories about like Van Wagenen Avenue and some other stories, but we just, as kids, you don't really take them to heart. You don't believe, you just let it go, and then all of a sudden as you get older, suddenly it has an impact on you, the history of the family, and certainly after 200 years, wow.
1992, Pat White, who was managing the Quince Funeral Parlor, told me they were going to sell this building and Seatown was going to be extended over here. And from that time to this, we have been in this struggle to preserve this building, and thank God it has been.
This is wonderful, and it's just so important for our young people to understand our history. It's very important for our young people to realize just how lucky, just how wonderful it is to grow up and live in the great city of Jersey City.
Historic preservation, of which Apple Tree House is a shining example, not only provides a deeper connection to our heritage and culture, but also provides a sense of assurance for our values and for our future.
Now, with the restoration of the Apple Tree House complete and the revitalization of Journal Square and McGinley Square, more people will come to this area and be able to reflect on the hundreds of years of history here and really see that it laid a foundation to allow for the success that our city and county are today.
This is preserved. There are a few other places throughout this city that have to be preserved where the people from the American Revolution actually were 200 and some odd years ago.
So we think this is really going to be a terrific asset, not only for the entire city, but specifically for this area.
3, 2, 1.